Anytime a show gets greenlit, there's no feeling like that. There's no feeling like birthing sort of a new show. And the beauty of my production company is we're surrounded by women. My head of TV is a woman who supports me constantly every day. We've got Sarah Schechter over at Berlanti Company, also supports me every day, our amazing cast. All-American Homecoming is about joy and Black excellence. It's a young adult sports drama that's about tennis and baseball and the historically Black colleges and universities and the experience of going to school there. Gina Prince Bythewood, director of The Woman King, amongst many things, including my favorite movie, Love and Basketball. She is someone I look up to as a director, as a writer, as a woman in this industry fighting to tell our stories. There's so many people, Viola Davis, Regina Hall, those are women that I am so inspired to write for and hopefully look forward to doing that one day. Shonda Rhimes, Zoanne Clack, Ramla Muhammad, I could be here all day. These are all women whose work I sincerely look up to and they inspire me constantly. I believe the impossible is possible. It's also the beauty of coming from Nigerian parents. You cannot tell us that we're not capable of doing anything. And so I take that approach every day in my life and how I work with my writers and how I pitch shows and how I interact with the studio. I feel like in that way, maybe I'm sort of circumventing stereotypes. Though I feel like all the women I know also operate that way, so maybe we're changing the stereotype and that's gonna be coming, who knows? I used to wish, I wish I'd started this earlier or, started writing right out of college, but I think I was supposed to go the route I went in order to be the showrunner I am today, in order to be the creative I am today. So, the advice I would give young Nkechi in the pursuit of this dream and all the way along the way, do not forget to show yourself some grace in all the ups and downs of life as a creative and as a female creative especially. First of all was General Hospital, yes, the soap that I still watch till today. I was so fascinated by my mom and my grandmother being sucked in every day. So then I started watching because I'm like, I want to understand the obsession. And then I got sucked in. But just being able to affect people that directly, where the characters become people in your household almost, that was very inspiring for me as a creative. So that was very early on, that's from childhood. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is another show that really inspired me to get into the industry. I was just so mesmerized by the ability to have a demon of the week sort of genre that was also so symbolic of just what you go through in high school. Dawson's Creek. I had whole pictures of me in Dawson's Creek attire. I was getting my Katie Holmes on. It was a whole thing, like I was gonna be the next Joey. In my very early 20s, I was so sucked into that storyline and also so sucked into how we could go from Dawson and Joey to rooting for Joey and Pacey, the most unlikely couple. And I specifically went digging on the internet to find out what writer did that, which was how I discovered Mr. Greg Berlanti and put him on my vision board when I was 21 years old, because I was like, whatever that man did on Dawson's Creek, I want to be able to do that with stories. I want to be able to get people to root for the thing they didn't see coming. 1000%. All of the shows have some aspect of my real life story. For All American, it's Spencer Pacinger's real life story. Unfortunately, there's a lot of my teenage kids' lives. They always joke about, be careful what we say in the car around mom, because it's gonna come out of someone's mouth on the show. And I'm like, damn right it will. Anytime a show gets greenlit, there's no feeling like that. There's no feeling like birthing sort of a new show and everyone saw the vision and it makes it onto air, because sometimes that feels so impossible. This year in particular, having 3 network TV shows in production at the same time, which was oddly a random goal I set myself when I first started in the industry. I was like, no one rests until I have 3 shows on the air. Don't ask me why I chose that number. It was what came out of my mouth, and then it became a goal. And it was a goal that was achieved in this year. So I think that's the highlight of my career so far.